Imagine if every book you read could transform your life, not just for a moment, but for a lifetime. What if you could absorb, remember, and use the knowledge from each book you touch? In today's world, distractions are endless, and finishing a book, let alone remembering it, feels impossible. But what if I told you there's a way to change that? In this video, I'll reveal the secrets to not only reading more books than ever, but also retaining everything you learn. Ready to unlock the full power of your mind? Let's dive in. If you're ready to unlock your full potential and dive deeper into life-changing tips, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos like this. Alright, fellow bibliophiles, before we even crack open a spine, we need a plan of attack. Just like any expedition, aimless wandering might be fun for a while, but eventually, you'll end up lost in the woods, or, in this case, overwhelmed by your reading list. That's where goal setting comes in. Start small. Maybe it's one chapter a day or just dedicating 15 minutes to reading before bed. The key here is to make it achievable and enjoyable. Think about what motivates you. Is it the satisfaction of crossing something off your list? Is it the joy of getting lost in another world? Tap into that and use it as fuel for your reading journey. Instead of saying, I want to read more, tell yourself, I'm going to read one chapter of Pride and Prejudice before I check social media. See the difference? It's specific, it's manageable, and it fits into your existing routine. Write down your goals. There's something almost magical about seeing your intentions staring back at you from a piece of paper. So, grab your notebook, your phone, or that napkin you use to mark your place in your current read, and jot down your reading goals. Trust me, your brain will thank you for it. Okay, so you've got your map and compass, aka your reading goals. Now it's time to actually venture into the wilderness of words. Imagine yourself as an explorer, ready to uncover hidden treasures within the pages. But here's the thing, reading shouldn't be a passive activity. It's not just about moving your eyes across the lines of text. To truly absorb and remember what we read, we need to become active participants in the process. This means engaging with the material on multiple levels. We need to channel our inner Sherlock Holmes, examining the text for clues, making connections, and piecing together the bigger picture. Just like a detective, every detail matters. This, my friends, is the art of active reading. It's a skill that can transform your reading experience. And it all starts with, wait for it, a highlighter. Yes, that simple tool can be your best friend. Highlighting key phrases, important passages, or even just words that resonate with you creates a roadmap for your brain to follow when you revisit the material later on. It's like leaving breadcrumbs for your future self. But active reading goes beyond just highlighting. It's a comprehensive approach. It's about asking questions, making notes in the margins, and even having full-blown conversations with the author, in your head of course. These interactions deepen your understanding. Don't be afraid to scribble your thoughts, questions, and even disagreements in the margins. This is your space to think critically. Think of it as a dialogue with the author, a way to engage with the material on a deeper level. It's a two-way street. After you've finished a chapter or a significant section, take a few minutes to summarize what you just read. This helps consolidate your learning. The act of summarizing forces you to synthesize the information and put it into your own words, which is crucial for both comprehension and retention. It's like creating a mental map. Remember, active reading isn't about speed, it's about engagement. Take your time to truly understand and connect with the material. So, grab your highlighter, your pen, your thinking cap, and let's get to work. The adventure of active reading awaits you. Speed reading, shifting gears without losing the plot. Now I know some of you are thinking, John, this is all great, but I've got a mountain of books to get through and limited time. How do I speed things up? Well, my friend, that's where the magic of speed reading comes in. No, we're not talking about some superhuman ability to absorb information at the speed of light. We're talking about practical techniques that can help you read more efficiently without sacrificing comprehension. One of the biggest speed bumps in our reading journey is something called subvocalization. It's that little voice in our heads that reads along with us, sounding out each word like we're back in elementary school. While subvocalization can be helpful for comprehension, it can also slow us down. The good news is we can train our brains to rely less on subvocalization and absorb information more visually. The key to successful speed reading is finding a balance between speed and comprehension. Don't be afraid to experiment with different techniques and find what works best for you. The reading ritual, making time for literary adventures. We've talked about setting goals, actively engaging with the text, and even boosting our reading speed. But there's another crucial aspect we need to address. Let's face it, Life is a busy, bustling carnival, and sometimes finding the time to read can feel like searching for a quiet corner in a funhouse. The noise and chaos can be overwhelming. But here's the secret. It's not about finding time, it's about making time. It's about prioritizing what matters to you. It's about carving out a space in our day, no matter how hectic, and dedicating it to the joy of reading. This space becomes a sanctuary. Think of it like building a campfire that provides warmth and light. You don't just expect a roaring flame to magically appear, it requires effort and patience. You gather the wood, you carefully arrange the kindling, and you nurture that spark until it grows into a blaze. Each step is essential. Creating a reading habit is much the same. It requires dedication and consistency. It starts with establishing a regular reading time and treating it with the same importance as any other appointment on your calendar. Make it non-negotiable. Maybe it's 30 minutes before bed, an hour on your lunch break, or even just 15 minutes on your commute. The key is consistency. Find what fits your schedule. Just like that campfire, your reading habit needs regular fuel to thrive. Keep feeding it, find a cozy spot, brew a cup of tea, silence your phone, and let yourself get lost in the pages. Create an environment that invites reading. Remember, reading should be a pleasure, not a chore. It should be something you look forward to. So, find what works for you, create a ritual that sparks joy, and watch as your reading life flourishes. Embrace the journey and let it enrich your life. The Recall Revolution, making knowledge stick. We've journeyed through goal setting, explored the wilds of active reading, and even learned to speed up our reading game. Each of these skills is crucial, but they are just the beginning. But what good is all that knowledge if it just evaporates like morning mist? We need strategies to ensure that what we learn stays with us. Fear not, fellow knowledge seekers, for in this chapter, we're going to unlock the secrets of memory retention, turning our brains into steel traps for literary treasures. Imagine having a mind that can recall information at will. The truth is, simply reading something once is like trying to build a sandcastle on a windy beach. It might stand for a moment, but it won't last. To truly make knowledge stick, we need to reinforce those memories, build sturdy foundations, and turn those fleeting thoughts into lasting impressions. This requires effort and consistency. And one of the most effective ways to do this is through the power of review. Regularly revisiting what you've learned helps cement it in your mind. After you finish a chapter or a significant section, take a few minutes to jot down the main points, the key arguments, or even just a few bullet points summarizing what you learned. This practice is invaluable. This simple act of summarizing forces your brain to actively recall the information, strengthening those neural pathways and making it more likely that you'll remember it in the long run. It's like giving your brain a workout. Remember, reading is not just about passively absorbing information, it's about actively engaging with ideas, challenging our perspectives, and expanding our understanding of the world around us. It's a dynamic process that enriches our minds and lives. So there you have it, fellow adventurers, your ultimate guide to reading more books and actually remembering what you read. Remember, reading is a journey, not a race. It's about exploration, discovery, and the sheer joy of getting lost in a good book. Set those goals. Engage with the text, find your reading rhythm, and watch as your world expands one page at a time. Until next time, happy reading. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video to support the channel.